Have you ever dreamed of the same face again and again? A complete stranger! But they keep showing up in your dreams. Is your brain just recycling people? Is it a goose? Some kind of cosmic cameo? Well, today we're going to sort the myth from the neuroscience and find out why your brain keeps dialing up an old contact in your dreams. Short answer. Your brain is simply remixing what it already stores. But the full story is way more interesting than that. We'll cover the science, bust some common myths, hear from dream research. Plus, stick around because I have one simple exercise you can do tonight to test all of this for yourself. Decades of dream reports show us that most characters in our dreams are actually people we already know, friends, family, or even people we just recognize by their role, like a cashier or a mail carrier. Faces that are completely new and invented are much rarer than you'd think. A landmark study from the year 2000 confirmed that dream characters are overwhelmingly drawn from our waking lives. And more recent reviews and articles back this up, showing that recurring dreams are super common and often linked to unresolved emotional themes or stress. So, if we were to break it down, a big chunk of your dream cast is made up of people you can name. Then you have a smaller group of generic roles and a tiny sliver for those seemingly new faces. So how does the brain actually build these faces while we're asleep? Well, face perception has a dedicated home in your brain. A region called the fusiform face area, which is part of a larger network that handles social memory. Even when we're deep in sleep, the brain's memory and imagery systems are humming along, actively recombining little bits and pieces, a nose from here, a pair of eyes from there, a specific hairline, and stitching them together into a new face. Think of dream faces like a DJ's mashup. Your brain takes features from all sorts of people. You've seen characters from a TV show you just watched, old classmates from years ago, or even just someone you quickly passed on the streets and blends them into a completely convincing but totally remixed face. One moment you see your best friend's eyes, then they morph into your teacher's smile, all on a face you feel like you've never seen before. This brings us to some popular myths. Myth number 1. The faces you see in your dreams are spirits, ghosts, or even people you're destined to meet in the future. Myth number 2. Your brain has the power to invent totally new faces from scratch. Sorry to burst that bubble, but science just doesn't support the spirit cameo idea. The overwhelming evidence points directly to memory recombination. The faces that show up are driven by how emotionally important they are to you and how often you've been exposed to them. It's not paranormal. It's just your brain's powerful filing system at work. So, why do certain faces keep coming back? It's all about emotion and repetition. Faces tend to recur when they're tied to strong feelings or connected to unresolved problems. Think of it this way. A recurring dream is often your brain's way of flagging something that needs your attention. Maybe it is lingering stress from a tough day at work or unresolved feelings from a past relationship. That person's face becomes a symbol. Frequency matters. The more times you've seen a face, in the background of your day, the more likely your brain is to reuse its features. So, the simple formula is this. The emotional weight of a person plus how frequently you see them equals the likelihood of them showing up in your dream. Top dream researchers agree.
The renowned psychologist Deirdre Barrett notes that our dreams almost always reuse familiar material from our lives.
She's even observed how major world events, like the pandemic, dramatically shifted the content of people's dreams, proving they're directly linked to our waking experiences. Neuroscience reviews confirm this, showing that the brain's default mode network and visual imagery systems are the engines that generate our dream content, pulling from our vast library of memory. All the sources for this are linked down in the description if you want to dive deeper. Alright, want to try a quick experiment? Try this tonight. For just one day, keep a 1-minute face hunt log throughout your day. Consciously notice every person you see: the barista who makes your coffee, a coworker in a meeting, even a face on a billboard. For each one, just jot down a single memorable detail. Then, right before you go to sleep, read over your list for about 30 seconds. In the morning, try to remember your dreams and see if any of the faces felt familiar. Most people are surprised to find a direct overlap. Now, what if a recurring face keeps showing up in a nightmare and it's causing you distress? There are things you can do. A technique called imagery rehearsal therapy can be really effective. This is where you consciously rewrite the dream's ending while you're awake, giving it a positive or neutral outcome. Simply journaling about the dream and the feelings it brings up can also help you process it. And most importantly, try to address the waking life stressor that might be triggering it. If it's becoming a serious issue, talking to a friend, family member, or a therapist can make a world of difference. So, your dreams aren't trying to haunt you. They're just using what's already stored in your brain to tell you a story about your own life, your own emotions, and your own experiences. If you liked this deep dive into the world of dreams, do me a favor and hit that like button and subscribe for more. And I want to hear from you. Drop a dream you keep seeing in the comments below. I'll read some of the most interesting ones in a future video. Thanks for watching, and sweet dreams.